Joining us now is John Malcom, director of the Meese Center for Legal and Judicial Studies at the Heritage Foundation. Mr. Malcom, nice to see you again.
Good to be with you, Lauren.
Everybody I've talked to says, slam dunk, this is an easy one. Judge Gorsuch will be confirmed. Is it because of the Republican majority, or is it because of Judge Gorsuch?
Well, I'd love to be able to say that it's the latter, because Neil Gorsuch is a superbly qualified nominee, and really, if there's any right in the world, he will be a Supreme Court justice. But there's a lot of tension on Capitol Hill and a highly politicized environment. And while I still think he would be confirmed, even if the Democrats were in the majority in the Senate, who knows?
Who knows is always you are a true Washingtonian. There's been quite a campaign, both on the left and on the right. Since, I guess, for several weeks I've been saying it. Let's take a look at one ad by the Judicial Crisis Network in favor of the nomination.
I pledge that if I am confirmed, I will do all my powers permit to be a faithful servant of the Constitution and laws of this great country.
Neil Gorsuch is dedicated to the Constitution.
Have you ever seen this before, where the pros are doing this type of ad campaign?
Not to this degree. First of all, Neil Gorsuch is an adherent of the Constitution. He doesn't believe that judges are simply politicians in robes. He said today in his opening statement that when a judge puts on a robe, he should lose his ego and open his mind. But look, this is a very closely divided Senate, as we just said, and there are some Democrats in states that Donald Trump carried, in some cases by double digits, and so they're trying to put pressure on them to make sure that he is confirmed.
Based on what we saw today, it was just the very beginning.
Sure.
We only saw really his opening arguments. What can we expect over the next day or so?
Well, I think that all of the senators will talk about how important it is for judges to remain independent, while at the same time they're going to try to tie down Judge Gorsuch to whatever particular cases that they happen to like. If it's a case that they think is a good one, they'll try to say that this is settled law and is some super precedent that is entitled to incredible deference. And if it's a case that they don't like, they will say that as a justice he ought to reverse that decision.
And do you think a lot of this is going to be focused on abortion?
I think some of it will be focused on abortion, because after all, it wouldn't be a judicial confirmation hearing if the topic did not come up. He hasn't written anything on the issue of abortion in any of his decisions as a 10th Circuit judge. He did write a book that was published that dealt with physician-assisted suicide and euthanasia that may give some insight into his thinking. And after all, he would be replacing a justice whose views on abortion were quite well known.
And President Trump has said all along that he is going to be in the mold of Antonin Scalia. Thank you so much, John Malcom, director of the Meese Center for Legal and Judicial Studies at the Heritage Foundation.
Good to be with you.